What's good, YouTube? You know who it is. Chef D, back at it again. And you're probably asking yourself, where you been number one, and what are you teaching us how to whip up this time? Well, your boy's been working, but this coronavirus got all the restaurants shut down, so I'm not gonna sit around at home twiddling my thumbs, wondering what I'm gonna do next. I'm just gonna make some YouTube videos for the next week or two, however long it takes for this whole thing to blow over. But today we're gonna be making Korean glazed chicken wings, okay? All you're gonna need is gochujang, a couple of seasonings, of course chicken, and some frying oil. That's pretty much it. But let's get right into it. Make this a real quick, easy video, something for you guys to whip up while you're in quarantine or cooking for somebody who is in quarantine. All right, let's go. Okay, so what are you gonna need, right? You're gonna need some orange juice, soy sauce, sesame oil, some gochujang or gochujang as my fiance likes to call it, which is 100% wrong. You're gonna need some fresh garlic, all right? That's how you're gonna make your glaze. You're not even gonna need a cutting board, you're not gonna need a knife. All you need is some tongs, that is it. So it's easy cleanup, all right? So, I'm gonna bring you guys down to my level so you can see what I'm doing, and then we'll be right back. Okay, so we got a pan right here. We got it over a high heat just to get it warmed up real quick. And we got our garlic. Let's do about 5 to 6 cloves. You just wanna kind of break them in your hand a little bit just to get that Allison going. All right, so what is that? How many is that? I'm gonna do a little bit extra. I like a real garlicky glaze to mine, all right? Oops, that one went flying. Let's go ahead and do another one. There we go. All right, another one for extra measure. Next, I'm gonna add some sesame oil. All right. Just wanna get that, you just wanna move that around, get a little bit warm, start getting that garlic to kind of release all of its aromatic properties into that oil, all right? So as this gets hot, I'm gonna grab a spoon here, or a rubber spatula in my case. That's just what I grab first. And then we're gonna put in our gochujang, all right? Now, remember, we cook from the soul over here on Chef State of Mind, all right? So we're not gonna measure this, but if I had to measure it, I'd say it's about a half a cup to a cup, all right? I'm gonna give that a little mix around. You can see you wanna kind of try and emulsify that sesame oil into this gochujang, okay? It should look something like that. Now this is not done, okay? This is, I repeat, this is not done. So do not try it at this point. Okay, now you can see that it's starting to simmer a little bit. Next, we're gonna add in some honey. Now, I have my own fermented honey, but regular honey will do. And if you guys wanna learn how to make this, just put a comment down below and I'll be more than happy to show you guys, all right? If you wanna learn how to ferment anything for that matter, just leave a comment and I'll make sure I get to it, all right? Because I'm here to make videos for you guys at the end of the day. Next, we're gonna add in some soy sauce. You're not gonna need a lot because gochujang is it's a fermented chili paste and it's a little bit salty also. So you just add in soy sauce for a little bit more depth and flavor, okay? You can see this is really starting to boil now. You're starting to get a little bit of a skin on the bottom. That's exactly what you want, okay? Next, I'm gonna add in our orange juice. I like orange juice with pulp in it, just to give it a little bit of texture. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So if I had to guess, that was about a cup or 2 of orange juice. And you can see that really thinned out our sauce, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna let this come back up to a boil. Then we're gonna reduce it down to a simmer. We're just gonna let that go, and then we're gonna start our chicken wings, all right? I'll move you guys over to where my chicken is, and we're gonna get started on that, okay? Okay, so this is our chicken. I bought chicken wings that are already cut up. Like I said, you're not even gonna need a cutting board, okay? So what I'm gonna do is add some pepper, because you want to make sure the chicken is nicely seasoned. You don't want to just rely on the seasoning from the glaze, okay? Gonna add some salt. Maybe telling yourself, Demetrius, but you said that gochujang is salty, and then you added soy sauce, which is also salty. But guess what? We want to get flavor deep into these wings, okay? We just don't want flavor on the surface, and then when you bite into it, it tastes like nothing, okay? Remember, we cook from the soul. So I just added onion and garlic powder. I'm gonna add some smoked paprika. That's gonna bring a little bit of smokiness, a little bit of fruitiness to this to the party, okay? We don't want it to be just one kind of note. We don't want it to be monotoned, okay? Next, I'm gonna season our flour. You always want to season your flour, no matter if you're frying fish, frying pork chops, or chicken, like in our case, okay? I'm just gonna use salt and pepper for this. There's no need to put anything else in there, because you're gonna get a lot of your flavor from the glaze and from the actual chicken, okay? And you don't want it to be over seasoned. You want it to be a nice balance of seasoning, a nice balance of the freshness and the meatiness of the chicken, okay? So next we're gonna take gauze utensils and mix this chicken all around, okay? Give it a nice mix. And then at this point, you can just let this chicken sit out and kind of absorb all these flavors for about 30 minutes, okay? So we're gonna let 30 minutes pass by. We'll be right back. Okay, so we got our pan hot here. It's on medium-high heat, well, medium-low heat, sorry. Just gonna take our chicken wings. We're gonna do like 6 or 7 at a time. I like to use cast iron for this because it really holds on to its heat, right? It's real thick, real heat conductive. It just makes a perfect vessel for frying chicken or just doing anything, okay? So we shook up our chicken, got it all coated in flour. I'm just gonna place that in there after we dusted it off, okay? You're gonna want these to cook for about 5 to 10 minutes on each side, okay? If you don't have a cast iron, you may have to cook it a little bit longer, just because when you put these in there, it's gonna drop the heat of the oil, of course. Then your pan's gonna have to come back up to temp, okay? So we're probably gonna aim for about 5 to 6 minutes on this. And this is a good time to use your thermometer if you have one. If you don't have one, you should probably think about getting one, okay? Because it's just an easy way to make sure that your food comes out right every single time, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and take these other wings and just go ahead and throw them in here. You can go ahead and just add I'm just gonna go ahead and add all the rest of them. I may be able to squeeze maybe 1 or 2 into that oil. And as you can see, pick a bag that doesn't have a whole bunch of holes in it like mine does, so you don't get flour all over the place. Or you could just use like a paper bag. You know, a lot of our grandmothers or mothers grew up using that method. But it's so hard to find paper bags these days. So our gochujang glaze is pretty much done. You can see how thick that's become, right? And it doesn't make a trail that'll be too thick, but you want it to kind of make a little valley, not a valley, but you know what I mean, like a little stream right behind your spatula or your spoon or whatever you're doing, okay? So we're gonna go ahead and turn that off. And that took about 15 to 20 minutes to become the right consistency, okay? So let's give it a taste. That is almost perfect. I'm just gonna add a splickety splash of orange juice. That was more than a splickety splash, but it's all right. I'm using the back of the spoon. I'm not using it, well, it's my food. I can do whatever I want, really. But I'm using the back of the spoon, okay? And that is pretty much perfect. See, we didn't have to add any salt. Didn't have to add any seasonings to the sauce. The sauce is so easy and so simple, it's ridiculous, okay? I'm gonna move us over back here to the chicken. Now, as you can see, this pan has a lot less activity than we first put it because it did cool off just a touch, okay? So we're gonna let this fry on this first side for about 5 minutes, like I said, then we'll be right back. Okay, so we already turned our chicken. Let's go ahead and take a temperature of one of them. You always want to find like one of the biggest ones. Just stick your thermometer and make sure you don't hit the bone. So the bone is always going to register a lot hotter than the actual meat will, all right? Looking for 165, okay? We're at 163, 165, there we go. Okay? So it's safe to pull out all this chicken. I'm just gonna rest mine in a little bit of paper towel just to soak up any excess oil that there may be. Okay, just pull all these out. There we go. So we're gonna do our second batch, and then we're gonna glaze it with the sauce, and I'm gonna send you guys on your way. Mindset. Okay, so we're back. Our chicken is nice and rested. Got a little bit of the oil off. Now we're just gonna add these all into a bowl. These are clean tongs, folks. These are not the same tongs I used to put the raw chicken into the pan, okay? Not that it matters because you're not eating it, I am. So if I wanted to do it, I could. I'm gonna take our glaze. I'm gonna pour that right on top, okay? Garlic and all. Then, I'm just gonna give it a toss. That is literally it, okay? Let me give you guys a little close up. That is it, okay? This is so delicious, all right? This is super easy. You need what? Like 5, 6 ingredients, that's it. A couple of seasonings and thyme, that's it. All right, so I'm gonna eat this for dinner. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that. Click these videos over here, subscribe somewhere down here. And as always, Chef D for Chef State of Mind.